So now that I have my photos on my computer and they're organized, I'm ready to upload my photos to Yearbook Avenue. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open a browser, and it looks like Chrome is the happiest with Yearbook Avenue. I'm gonna use Chrome, I'm gonna log into Yearbook Avenue. Don't forget that our job number is 42914. So when you log in, of course you have your own ID, which means that you have kind of your own section to be able to upload in. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to the Create tab, and I'm gonna click it. Now I'm going to go to Image Library, and I'm going to click to open the image library. It's going to pull up. It might take a second. And what we're going to do is we are going to create a new folder for your beat and your folder. So what I want you to focus on being able to do now, we have our different sections, and I'm going to say that my teacher candidates most belong in the student life section. Once I click that folder title, you'll notice that it highlights, and you can click back and forth, and you'll see that as you're clicking, it's changing the title and where you're going to put things. So I'm going to click on Student Life, and I'm going to come here to the new folder, and I'm going to add a subcategory of my images. So I'm going to click New Folder, and they're going to ask me what I want to call it. So if you're thinking ahead, what would you call this new folder if you were organizing it the same way we did in our computer? Going to put the month, the day, and the year, underscore. I'm going to add my slug, which was teacher candidates, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to include my initials at the end of the folder. Now, why would I put my initials on this folder and not the one on my computer? Well, obviously on my computer, I'll be the only one using it. I don't need my initials, but in this Yearbook Avenue folder, more than just me is going to be able to see it. So making sure I put my initials there as well. I am going to leave Replay It active, and we'll talk more about Replay It, and then I'm going to click OK. So now if I come back over here, I see my new folder. This is where you want to be extra careful because it is very easy to accidentally upload your photos to the wrong folder after creating the folder. So I'm going to double check that my new folder is clicked, and now I'm going to have the Upload button. And that's going to pull up the dialog box on my computer, asks you what images you want to upload. I'm going to click Add Files. I'm going to navigate to my handy dandy yearbook folder because I was super organized. Open my images, and let's say I have 2 pictures that I know are strong from here. They're already edited. We'll talk more about photo editing next time, and I'm going to upload them. Takes just a second for the images to talk. You can ponder the meaning of life while you're waiting. Maybe take a moment of Zen, a mindful moment. Once you have the green light on your images, you can click Done Uploading. And if I double click these, now I'll be able to view my images, or you can click Info and check them out. So what's really nice about this is we can kind of tag who is in our pictures. I know this is Miss Unruh, so if I wanted to, I could search by last name, UN, and Miss Unruh comes right up, and I can tag this person, which is going to be helpful for our coverage later. So if you know who's in your picture, you can go ahead and tag them. It'll also tell me the details of the image. I'm going to click Done. Going to open up the one of Mr. James. Going to click Add. Add my J. Make sure that I have it on his face. It gets really particular. And then I'm going to click Done. And that is all there is to uploading your photos into Image Library. Now, the reason you're going to want to be able to know how to do this is then when you're actually planning a page, let's see, I'm going to go into Create, Page Designer. Once you have your photos in the library, then you can easily drag them in and put them on your page. So you only want to be putting in your final images to the image library. There will be times later where maybe you'll want to upload more than just your final edited images because we want a variety of things. But if you really focus on your final images, it's going to be a lot easier to find what you're looking for. So let's say I wanted that picture of Mr. James to be my main art. I'm going to click on my drawer over here. I'm going to click Images. Now I could actually even search for this person, and it's going to come up, which is going to be really handy for that tag. Or I could navigate into my student life section. There's my subcategory, my other folder, click on it. Then I can click and drag this photo in, and now I can put it on the page. So you'll notice that when it got dropped in, it didn't really line it up how I took the image. I'm going to double click it, and it's going to bring in the slider. And so I can actually zoom in, I can zoom out, I can move the image around. Let's say I don't like that image, I can click it once and delete it. Notice that my image box didn't delete. If you accidentally hit backspace twice, it'll delete the actual image box. But don't worry, you have Control-Z at your disposal, and that is the undo magic button for Yearbook Avenue and Microsoft products. So clicking, dragging, and you'll notice, see how it's green? That means that the image is big enough to fit that box without any issues. I can also zoom in to see what I'm doing. Double click, and then I can move it around on the page. I encourage you to go ahead and try that. Try dropping in an image from any of your folders. But it's just that easy.